Hi, I'm Stephanie and this is my home, the 16th century Chateau de Lalande. Lalande was owned for hundreds of years by a family of marquises who were at the heart of French royal life. One of them even had the honour of being sent by King Louis XV to greet Marie Antoinette on her arrival in France. But, far from being a stuffy museum, this chateau is a living home. I live here all the time and am regularly joined by my mother, my family, my friends, and wonderful volunteers from all over the world who help me to lovingly restore this historic home. Welcome to Lalande, a chateau filled with life, love, and laughter. Well, I'm not happy, and I'm registering big disapproval, Davy. I don't like you leaving.
Yeah. See you later.
We can't all keep living here, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a real pity.
I'm going back into quarantine.
Yes.
Bye.
And come back soon.
Yeah, I will. Just
Fantastic. Yes.
If you have any questions, send me a mail.
I will do. Thanks for all your help. It's exciting times ahead.
Bye.
Especially that amphitheatre, hey?
Start thinking about what you want to build it with. Bye.
Safe journey. Selmar and I are looking at the major flooring problem that we still have here, which is totally blocking the advance of this.
So difficult to get the right tiles.
Really hard.
You have
yeah,
found
we've
them,
tried.
Not the same colors.
No,
so
I just cannot match them.
now I measured everything.
Yes, you know exactly what we need. This is
so
fantastic.
now you talked about it to go to the other room.
Yeah, so we've got a new plan.
The floor has to go out there.
Yes.
And maybe I found the right sizes, so I can put.
Okay, I'll show everyone what we're planning. This is the new downstairs loo, and the reason we cannot finish it is we cannot put the loo in because we haven't got the flooring. We've tried really hard to source it, but it's almost impossible to get antique tiles the right size and the right look that will fit in with this. However, we have realised that we need to take the flooring up in the old dairy, which we'll go and show you now, because it's going to become the china pantry. Thank you. So this will be the china pantry, and on the floor there's a huge drain. The floor never covered the entire floor, there was always this bit with the drain. So we have come up with the idea of changing this floor.
Take it all out.
Take it all up, because actually it would be great, as we're going to have wooden cupboards put all the way around this room, and this is a very damp floor. We'll waterproof underneath and put a new flooring down. And that way we can level at the same time. We don't need the drain, obviously, as it's not going to be a dairy anymore. So we came up with the idea of Selmar salvaging from here to finish the loo, and also to finish the petit salon, which also only has tiles going 3/4 of the way over and has a missing area.
Wrote the sizes on there.
Fantastic, you got the measurements. This is a great system.
Yeah, because I thought I have to start here, and then I can take them out. Then
and is that the one you need?
Yes.
The one right in the middle is the one that you need, of course it is.
Yeah, well, I thought I start in the middle, then we can later...
That's fine, it's all got to come out eventually anyway.
Because, so I first start with this, and then we can move the stuff.
Yes.
And then I take all the floor out. And then we
Okay.
can make a plan for this also.
Yeah. This is the scary bit, isn't it? Seeing if they manage to come up in one piece.
Yeah, I thought to first make a room.
Yes.
And then I make a wooden round roll.
Yes.
And then I put 2 steel things, and then I
lever it up
put them
over that
together
roll. That's a brilliant idea.
and make a lifting thing.
Yes.
So I can make that.
I think that will be great.
I think it's time. It's good to really make that, and not to go to because it's too precious.
Yes.
And if they break, we cannot finish it.
No, we can't. Do you want to come and have a look in the petit salon where we've got the other gap to show you for the future? Because the rest of these will be used in there.
The other cap.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Here's the same problem.
Here's exactly the same problem. This is how we found it when we moved in. We have the beautiful flagstone floors on this side of the room. And then we have the kind of 1970s cement tiling there. So if it's possible to salvage to finish this off as well, that would be fantastic.
It's quite in that corner.
It's quite big. We might not manage to go all the way round the corner, but if we could at least finish the room, sort of get it to the stairs, it would be great.
Yes.
It is quite a big area though.
I can try, because well, why not? If that will succeed...
That's it. This can be the test. Yeah. Let's see how that goes first. That's a smaller area. Yeah. I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. And it's nice to start again, eh?
Isn't it? It does. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like, well, you had your holiday in the second half of December, and I had Advent, which was filming every day. And I feel like January, this is it. This is the renovations properly starting. Yeah. Feels really good.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Me too, me too. I'll come and see how you get on in that room.
This is it, I guess.
It's horrible, is what it is.
Yeah.
I hate you leaving.
Yeah, not as much as I hate going.
Oh. See you as soon as possible.
Take my mini starter with me.
and the sausages.
Thank you. I will see you as soon as possible.
Have a really safe journey. How long do you think it's going to take you to get home?
9 hours, 10 hours.
Okay. Well, be safe.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not in a rush, so.
Good. See you both super soon.
Bye.
Bye. Well, this is it. Everyone's gone. There's just 5 of us left at the chateau, and it's a new year and a time to really start working on everything that needs to be done here. There's going to be a lot of renovations happening in 2021, but I feel that I can't start restoring the chateau and just making all these lovely new areas without fundamentally clearing everything that's here already. So I've decided that January, and in fact the whole of the spring, is going to be a huge clear out at Lalande. I really don't know where to start because it's quite an overwhelming thought, but I want to make sure that anything we don't need goes either to charity or is binned if it's beyond that. And also that we manage to streamline everything and organise our storage so that when we make an area beautiful, it stays beautiful. I had no idea what to start with, but I think the thing that's probably most overwhelming in my immediate life is the clothing situation. Perhaps women often start with the clothes when they do a clear out anyway. So I'm going to start with my closet, but also the costume cabinet. And I'm going to do it the Marie Kondo way, which is where you take everything of a certain type in the entire house and sort through it all at once, rather than doing it room by room. So now we're going to run around the entire chateau looking for all the clothes and take them down to the Grand Salon, where we're going to make an epic mess. And then I'm going to ruthlessly sort through everything. This involves removing every item of clothing from the back of every chair and all my shoes. It's a bit overwhelming just thinking about it, actually, but I think I'm going to feel so much better when it's done. Okay, I better start bringing things out of the closet now. When I thought about doing this, I felt, oh, well, it'll be so lovely to have a nice clear out. I didn't really think through just how many individual objects there would be to move downstairs. I mean, the scarves alone, and the gloves and the socks and the belts. This is going to take several days. I better get started. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
Would you like a hand?
I would love a hand, actually. Yes, please, that would be great. Thank you for helping with this, Philip.
No worries.
And then there'll be a crucial point at which we need Natty and Marie's help, which is when I've cleared and they can choose whatever they want. I'm using all of the old boxes from Christmas to put everything in. There goes Philip with a lot of clothes. These are all of the day dresses. Here I have the skirts. Philip's already taken half of the tops. This area is the evening wear, and it's in quite a mess because everyone was sorting through, choosing what they wanted to wear for Christmas, because my closet's actually quite communal. Then I have all of the historic costumes to arrange properly, and all of the shoes. I've cleared all of the scarves, tights, belts and gloves, I think, into a huge box behind you. I'm grabbing the skirts. I know I'm going to feel so much better after this. It's going to be a whole new year.
New year, new you.
Yeah, new year, new year. You put all of the tops here. I have skirts there. I'm starting with dress pile on the billiard table.
Okay, just one.
This is, yes, it's the beginning of the horror.
Steph?
Yeah?
Can you? I think we need to make one pile for mending.
Oh no, there's got a hole.
There's one big hole and there's a small hole next to it.
Okay, mending pile, but I can't take it off because it's too cold. I never throw anything away. That's changing now. I have clothes here that I wore 20 odd years ago. Yeah, it's crazy. It's got to end.
Yeah.
This madness has to end. Wow. Hello. Hi. The great clear out is starting.
Can you believe it?
It's really happening.
Thank you.
Great dress.
I'm trying new things as well.
Good. So soon I'll have all of my clothes sorted soon, probably in about 2-3 days, and then you and Marie can have a sort through.
I love it.
It's a lot of clothes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I will need a bigger wardrobe.
I think we might be about a quarter of the way through. So there's already a few things here, but there's going to be a lot more. I'm just going to pause for a moment to go and see how Selmar's getting on.
Yeah, I tried to pull you. I tried to put the stick under it.
Yes!
To put it, you know? But then suddenly it went...
All by itself! Selmar, I know that you were looking for the entrance to the tunnel. Did you just decide to dig it yourself?
Well, there's something going on. Because see, this is also going.
Yeah.
Normally you have to take them out of the ground.
Yes, it's because they only used sand in the past. They didn't use cement, so...
It's amazing that it stayed like this.
And so strong and so straight.
Yeah, because you have... Well,
but that's perfect. It came out beautifully.
I did just boom.
But look how thick they are. Look how deep.
Yeah, now we have to talk about that. Because if I...
Whoa. Wow. That... Yeah, that means business. I cannot believe that that's what our floors are made of.
It is possible. Everything is possible.
It's nearly 20 centimetres. It's more than 20 centimetres deep in places.
Just a rock. Can you believe it? Just a rock. And they did it with hand.
Crazy.
With the saw, I don't know. It's amazing.
Show the side here as well.
But
so everyone can see.
This was the
Look, the rubble. It's just on rubble. And earth. That is incredible.
It takes a step back. Now Philip goes like, floop.
This is amazing. I hope you find treasure under here, Selmar.
Well, it's so shiny. You see? You see all the shiny things?
Okay, but to be fair, that's not the treasure I was talking about.
Well,
I'm hoping that you'll find the gold reserves in, say, coin form. Or
oh, yeah. I don't think that it's here.
Nah, pity.
I think it's in something in the lake. More.
Right, fingers crossed. We've got to find it somewhere.
Yeah, you never know. I have to put out like a hole like this.
Yeah.
And then also with sand and just...
Yeah, and slot it in.
And that's okay. That is not the problem.
Okay.
But they're not all the right size.
No.
Yeah.
So that's another huge problem.
So we need another mean machine.
And we need another mean machine.
Yeah, I think you're good in that, to get another mean machine.
You know I love to get the mean machine somewhere.
Because normally you have a stone cutter.
Yes.
And you can, I have a little one.
Yeah.
But you have also big ones. So then I can make it the right size.
Okay, let me know what you need and I will get it.
Yeah, so it's a machine with...
yeah,
for stone. For stone.
Well, it's also our damp problem is somewhat explained, isn't it? We're directly on the ground. There's no cellar here. The house is literally just on the earth.
Well, if I start digging, then at some point
who knows where you're going to end up. So we did need to do this, not only to be able to salvage this floor for somewhere else when we redo this floor, but also to put down the damp-proof membrane.
Yeah. And I think they will not break if I take them.
I don't think so. You're taking it off beautifully. I don't think it's going to break either. No.
So I did just a small part.
That's just the tiny area that you've done.
Yeah, but that was where the thing was, eh?
Yeah, the drain.
Yeah, so that is all the drain.
Okay.
The other
the drain was concrete, yeah. Wow.
Just a small part.
Already all of that's out.
Yeah.
Well, this is insane.
So it's good that you bought the big machine.
I am really, really excited about this.
Yeah,
and I'm also very excited because we have a beautiful floor that had been taken out of the chateau in the past but kept here, which will look stunning in that room. So we're still using original flooring.
Great.
So it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
The shoe situation isn't as bad because I've always been a little bit more organised on the shoe front. Nevertheless, they all need to go downstairs.
Are you wearing a hat that still has the tag on it?
It was a gift that we received in the summer.
Ah, okay.
And so I had them all piled up. Somebody sent about 20 hats in one go.
Oh.
And they're all beautiful. They're all really fantastic. And I am going to use them. They're not going, but they have to go downstairs anyway. Everything needs to go down. Most of the other drawers aren't that untidy. I already used the Marie Kondo technique of rolling everything. Oh, this is an excellent t-shirt. This was a gift from Jamie one Christmas, and I can't believe, you see, because it was hidden in here, I forgot to wear it. Christmas gerbil. Well, the decorations aren't down yet. There's still time. Isn't that the best thing you've ever seen? Jamie bought it for me 1 year.
That is something else, isn't
it? I think I need to wear that for our last cadeau under the tree.
Yes.
Okay, it's going to be tomorrow. The only dress that I'm not taking downstairs from here is the amazing Vigliotti evening dress that I wore when we hit 100,000 subscribers. I don't want it in a big pile with the others, and there's no question of me getting rid of it. So I'm just leaving it there until we sort out the wardrobes properly so that it stays safe and not in a big pile in the grand salon. And this is the last of it.
Good.
This is it.
Got the hat?
Got the hat.
Great.
I mean, the most crucial hat in the wardrobe, let's face it. How is it going, Selmar?
It's not easy.
They must weigh a ton, each of those things.
It's so Philip coming to help me tomorrow.
Excellent.
I cannot do it by myself.
No, no.
But a couple are so strange, much thinner. So I'll show you. You see, this one is.
Whoa!
And it's not that bad. You see?
Yes.
They try to, and maybe I can. Now I see. Maybe it is just. Plastered on the, connected on the tiles. Maybe it
Perhaps
is.
It's not actually the tile, the stone
because
itself.
this is strange.
Yeah, the fact that it's
maybe
straight
I can cut it off. I don't know, so I can try that. I have a system.
I love your system. It's really good. Yeah, with the measurements on. That one's so deep.
Yeah. So it's also a little bit. So you see here, there's difference in the.
Yes.
So okay, well.
I wonder. Wow.
Yeah, that's extremely.
Wow, you've done loads.
That is too big for me.
Yes, yes.
I put it up
that's
and
far
then
too
we
big.
do it tomorrow feather.
Okay. Hey, Ruby.
And this one I took out. And it's very fun.
Yes, that's a small one.
This is what I'm saying. Maybe there is just it was like because it's lying like there very long. It's
impacted.
It's impacted because this is that is you can do this. It's not that heavy. It's heavy, but not that heavy. It's also
They are fantastic. We're so lucky to have them.
Yeah. How old are they? Are they from the...
It must be mid-19th century because that wing dates from 1860. And they must have put them in then. I'm sure they haven't changed the floor since then.
It's crazy. So I stop for today.
God, you've done amazingly today. Absolutely amazingly.
Yeah. So I take the 3 and then maybe also tomorrow buy the mean machine.
Yes.
This one has to be cut.
Yes.
And what in the hall, they are the right size. So
okay. So you'll be able to go and get the machine?
Yeah, I think.
Fantastic.
Maybe I do it in the morning for a change.
Yeah, because if you send me, I'll come back with, I don't know, some sort of airplane cutter or something.
Well, you can buy a mean machine. So, but I will come.
Great. Yeah. Right, now we need to get to this, which is the Overflow Wardrobe. This is clothes that I haven't worn in years, but hadn't got the courage to get rid of yet. So, right, let's burrow our way through.
Great.
Well, we have to put all of the Christmas decorations away tomorrow, so we may as well move that forward. We'll be using those any second now. All these boxes will go. They're all the Christmas decoration boxes.
Yes.
I think if we move the whole sofa forward,
yeah,
we'll be able to get through. And then we can move this wardrobe out altogether once it's clear.
Good.
Right. Right.
Okay.
I'm beginning to realise that I do not need these things in my life. And others might. So it's time to hand them on. That's the last of that extra wardrobe.
Oh.
Okay, that's all of my closet, all of the extra wardrobe.
There's one more.
It's the costume cabinet. That's the one I'm really worried about.
And another one.
Really? Where's the other one?
The one in the corridor?
Upstairs in the attic.
No.
I've got one in a corridor?
The one in the corridor. You've got the one with the towels and the other one, the previous one, is with the dresses.
I did not know that. My mother must have put them there. Let's go have a look.
Right.
Okay, I did not know about that. Oh yeah, there's Kat's dress. She's left it here so that it's here when she comes back. I don't know why she didn't think she was going to use it in London.
Maybe pandemic. I mean,
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's take all of these down too, except for Kat's, because this is quite a good place to keep the costumes, and we'll keep hers there for her. Everything else can go down.
Great.
This dress was worn by Maddie at a party recently here. It's the dress that I wore for my 16th birthday party.
You really do keep clothes a long time.
Yeah. Some of them have such memories attached to them, like this one. It was such a happy day.
It's a really beautiful dress as well.
Thank you. It had bigger sleeves, which I removed a few years afterwards, but I'll show you the photos. On my 16th birthday, you can see it still had much bigger sleeves. And things like this I don't really want to get rid of. They can go in the costume cabinet for everyone to enjoy. Things that I have a big memory attached to. But I'm going to try and be ruthless, because I think everything has a memory attached to it, and that's ridiculous. I can't do that. Actually, some of the historic dresses, like my Renaissance costume, I can leave here. My 18th century dress, there's no point in carrying that down. This is another 18th century dress. We can leave these here. Medieval dresses, Kat's dress, that can go, and these two can go. And this can be the historic costume cupboard.
Right. What's with the fur?
This is part of a historic costume. I was given this incredible dress by somebody who came to a workshop here, a woman in her 70s who said she wouldn't use it anymore.
No.
And I took it to Venice. It was a very simple front, and I jazzed it up. I made this new stomacher for it.
Right.
And I added all of the gold lace, and I added a lot of extra lace at the sleeves. And I decided that because it was in Venice in February, it was very cold, I would need some sort of cape. And my singing teacher had given me this very old fur coat, which I...
Oh yeah, it's hanging on by threads.
It's absolutely... This is inside out. So in Venice, I took the old fur coat knowing that I would transform it, because I don't like waste. I would never buy fur new. But for old things, I don't mind reusing. And I used it as the lining for a cape that I made with a Venetian fabric that I bought there.
That's really smart.
And it was just to keep me really warm. And it worked perfectly. And then I tied it up with this, had it lower at the back than at the front, so that it could go over the back of the dress like that, and shorter at the sides because I had the big baskets on the sides.
Nice.
And so it was able to sit neatly on the baskets. So that goes with this dress. We were all going to go to Venice. Everyone in the house, we're going to pile into the car and go and rent an apartment next month. And we just made the difficult decision not to go. So instead, we will organise the Venetian clothes for next year.
I have to say, it looks worse on camera than it looks in real life. But in real life, it's still pretty overwhelming.
It's not bad, come on, it's still... But this is 2 wardrobes, 3. This is 3 wardrobes. It is unbelievable, the amount of things. Okay, one of them is the huge walk-in wardrobe, admittedly. Nevertheless, I would never have imagined that there was this much crammed into it. I feel like I can't breathe with it, but this is why Marie Kondo says to do this. She says you cannot just sort through one cupboard and then sort through the other cupboard, because the much needed shock doesn't happen. That you need to pile up everything of a certain type so that you realise just how much you have of that. So all of the clothes. And I haven't even brought the shoes down yet, though there are far fewer shoes.
And the custom cabinet.
And the costume cabinet is going to be almost this again. The costume cabinet has got so much crammed into it.
Do you want to split it? sort through this first, and then costumes. And anything that you say can go into the costume cabinet, you keep down here.
Keep down here.
And you take everything from the
Clear
costume.
all of my clothes.
Yeah.
Then bring the costume cabinet and sort it separately with the girls.
Exactly.
Because that's not my clothes. We decide together. That's a good idea, actually. I think that bringing down the costumes is not my wardrobe. It's not my clothes.
Yeah.
It's just going to totally overwhelm me because it'll be almost this again.
Wow. Well, let's get started.
Just the shoes to do. I'm going to be ruthless, but starting from tomorrow morning, because we've got everything down. It took absolutely ages, and now we're losing the light anyway to sort properly. And because we're going into a bit of a new era for the next couple of weeks with only 5 of us in the house, we'll be changing the way that the house is run and our rotas. So we're going to have a house meeting, and I got to go for that and not be late. You're coming through to the house meeting.
I'm watching.
Yeah, you can see what I've done. This isn't the costume. I haven't even brought the costume cabinet down. This is just my wardrobe.
Yeah.
We're going to do the costume separately, otherwise we won't see anything.
I'm pretty sure that you will not take anything from the costume cabinet to your
No, I won't. Yes.
Wow.
I know, it's horrifying, isn't it?
It's back there as well.
Horrifying.
It's like Disneyland.
I'm glad you're looking on the bright side of this.
Course. Wow.
There's going to be a big clear out starting tomorrow morning. But first, the house meeting. Do we have snacks for it?
Yes, Marie is preparing the table.
Oh, okay.
Cheese.
I'll go through and help her because I've got some nice things. Some of the things that your parents sent are still here. We haven't eaten them yet, so we should bring those out too.
Sure.
Right.
I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. And then there were 5.
Just the 5 of us.
Yes.
Better enjoy it now when it's quiet.
Yeah, let's enjoy it.
P&Q.
I know Marie loves a bit of P&Q.
Have you ever explained what it stands for?
Peace and quiet.
Good.
That's what we know it as around here.
Yes.
I loved it too.
So it's a quiet, calm night. No one's going to cook because we're having leftovers and snacks. There's so much food in the house. It is insane. But we're here to discuss moving forward. How are we going to run a chateau with 5 people?
Yes.
Over to the big boss, Natty.
Yeah. Well, now that we are only 5 in the house, we need to have the things clear, right? For better living.
Yes.
Better living for everybody. And for guiding people, because we are going to live here, but then people is going to come for 2, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, and
Yes.
live in.
Yes.
And if we have the things clear, it's going to be easy for everybody to adapt
Yeah.
to our living.
Any new volunteers
Exactly.
will fit into the new scheme.
Yeah.
And
So-
it's a new year and it's a good time to sort out the rules.
Yeah. So refresh the memory of what we already said a couple of times. I think we all have different skills, and if we act like a group, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
Because we can cover all the places and make a better living. You know that every week I organize the cleaning rotation.
Yes.
It depends on the people that is in the house. Every day we set the table and clean and put the things back where the things belong, etc. And help Marie with the kitchen as well.
Yes.
She's almost always cooking, which this week is going to change because we have no one else cooking.
Yeah.
Kim left, Kat left, so I will be cooking one day. Empanadas.
Empanadas! Yes, we get empanada night again, everyone!
So it's easy.
I can make cheese fondue.
Well, okay, that's a yes. I love cheese fondue.
That's nothing. That's
We have
not difficult.
this week,
Epic.
we have this week with Philip already, but next week we will need.
We have, so what did you just say there, Natty?
That
I'm not making vinegar. I already had a look through Michael Bagantino's cookbook that he sent.
Oh, the allergy ones.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So what are you thinking of?
It'll be a surprise.
Ooh, a vinegary surprise.
he's not
Yes,
allowed to
the
touch
garlic.
the vinegar. We take the vinegar out in the kitchen when he cooks. Now, but next week it will be amazing if we can have a fondue.
Yeah, cheese fondue.
Yeah.
And then I make
Yum.
tonne salad.
Oh, I love. I've had your tuna
Tuna,
salad before, and it is
I like it
delicious.
together.
Yeah, it's delicious. We've just finished what was actually a really lovely and productive house meeting. I'm on the cleaning and cooking rota this week. What are you going to cook, Philip?
I'm not going to
You said it was a secret. I thought I'd get it out of you.
Well, I mean, this is going to go out on what, Thursday? And I'll be cooking on Friday.
Okay. Next week you'll find out what Philip
Right.
cooked. But it is the 5th of January today. It's the eve of Epiphany, and we'll be celebrating that tomorrow with a special Three Kings cake that they have in France every year. It's really wonderful. But it is traditionally the day that you take the Christmas decorations down. Now, as you all know, those of you who saw the Advent Diaries, we have a lot of Christmas decorations in this house and only 5 of us. And we can't take them all down in one day. And we wanted to keep them really until the last minute. So we are going to symbolically take down the most important of the decorations. The creche we're going to put away tonight, and then over the next few days all of the rest of the decorations will be coming down too. But here's little baby Jesus, and I have a bit of footage to show you now of Selmar placing baby Jesus in the crib on Christmas Eve.
So Jesus was still lying here in Stephanie's bedroom. But I really wanted to take it outside now. It's only almost midnight.
Yeah.
And then that was when Jesus was born. So I really have to do that.
Great, let's go outside. The chapel looks so beautiful at night. Home.
Baby girl boy. Wow. He was really one of the most beautiful persons in the world that has to be born. He had such a great message to the world. He was so kind to everybody. He just wanted to make the world a better place, and that is why I love that person so much. And I hope that we all can carry that kind of spirit and to take it everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
So since then, the creche has been in the house since Christmas Eve, and we've been able to live with it every day, which is wonderful. But it's time for the lights to go out until next year.
Easier said than done.
Great, and now we need to find the boxes to keep these in because we have to keep them safe. I love this so much. Well, it's been the year of the nativity set. We're putting them all away tonight. There's the ones that we got from Italy, the ones that came from America, and the stunning Provençal ones that were brought as a gift earlier in the month. They're such a joy.
It's a great set.
Look at them for hours, the little villagers. So I'm going to pack each of them up. I found this box, which is a good size, I think, for this one. Natty's been keeping all the promotional magazines and things that get delivered so that I can wrap them up, keep them safe until next year. Sad, I don't like taking the Christmas decorations down. I don't like it at all.
So only 11 more months to go.
11 and a half. No, really, less than 11, 10 and a half.
Yeah.
That's really good news.
See?
Yeah, it'll come in no time at all. Philip and I have already been talking about next year's
Colour scheme.
Colour schemes.
We're not giving anything away, right?
No, we won't give anything away. I'm really sorry to say goodbye to these lovely creatures for the young. They're adorable. Yeah, Christmas chicken, big hit.
He's saying goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
You're so cute. But this is the cutest one.
Christmas rabbit.
He's taking care of baby Jesus.
Yes, he is. They always hang out together.
What a duo.
Okay, I'll get on with this.
Great.
See you later. The whole Provençal set is now wrapped up, except for the little baby Jesus. He's the last one to be wrapped. I'll do this. with one hand. It's not so easy. There. And then next year I'll add some more villagers to the set so the box is big enough to grow in future. Every set is now all wrapped up. These two are the American set, this is the Italian set, and this is the French set. I'm just going to write on them now. Well, it's been quite a day. I'll be attacking my clothes pile tomorrow and celebrating the Feast of Epiphany. But for now, all of the nativity figures are neatly put away up by the entrance to the attic so we can make a proper Christmas decoration area and store them for next year. A huge thank you to all of our patrons at Lalande who are making this vlog possible, especially our Dauphin and Dauphine of Lalande, Yadel and Ether, Alice Allen, Brandon and John Michael, Dan Bander, Lauren Barnes, Vince Barone, Denise Behrens, Jill Bidwell, Linda C. Bradley, Candice Ned Borkowski, Clara Butcher, Paulina Calabro, Chloe Chalakani, Zoe Dork, Sakura Dennis, Jackie Ellison, Nicholas W. Fairfax, Tracy Ferrari, Elle Fine, Caroline Förster, Brenda Gibbons, Abigail Grant, Fifi Greenberg, Brenda Harris, Delane Holbrook, Kim Hasselhoff, David and Tong Henderson, Jacqueline Holmes, Jimmy Kemp, Nadia Kennedy, Lisa LaForge, Dave and Summer Lalande, Morgan Lawley, Victoria Lapine, Janet Huff Lombard, Marina, Frank Martin, Kim Matlock, Meredith, Robert Miller, Kathy Nuri, JC Ward, MP, Maureen Palmer, Tamara Price, Armin Rahman, Tonya Renee, Yvonne and Peter Richards, RJB, Bettina Rojek, Hanny Ross, Elizabeth Scanlon, Sven Schreiber, Lisa Schultz, Jennifer Shanks, Patty Suhu, Susan Stevens, Sarah Thornton, Colleen Troyer, Jessica Walker, Brandy Walton, Laura Watkins, James Whalen, Greg Wood, David Young and Ludovico Ordinazzo. And thank you to all of you.